I just got home from work, and we wanted to bring you along with us as we spend our evening together. So Erica just made us dinner, which was just our leftover chicken chimichangas. So now we're in the process of getting ready to head to the library because we finished all of the books that we read to the baby, and now we need some more. So we wanted to bring you all along and see what else we get ourselves into. We really didn't like these specific ones, especially Minnie's Fixer Upper, just because the storyline just we didn't really connect to the storyline in the book. And then the same could be said with How to Catch a Gingerbread Man. This one kind of just jumped all over the place where it had different characters in it that we just didn't really follow along. Like there's characters in here from The Wizard of Oz. I think Alice in Wonderland's in here as well. So we didn't really connect to this book. And then when it came to the snowball, it was just kind of, once again, the storyline just wasn't there for us. And it was just kind of not as like entertaining for us as adults as it would be for kids.
I liked the Walk It in My Pocket, but Jack didn't. This one, like we mentioned, if you watched our previous videos, it was just a remake of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And then I'm a Duck. It was okay. It wasn't like our favorite. We did like the Christmas Cookie, You're My Little Christmas Cookie. The Foot Book was fun. What's this one called again? Please Try to Remember the 1st of October. That one was fun. We both really liked this Jelly Donut one because it said it was about emotions, but it also incorporated God, which we thought was nice. So it was like a Christian-based book, which we didn't know when we were getting it. So that was a really nice surprise once we started reading it. And then we both loved this countdown to Halloween because it was like the I Spy books where you got to find stuff the whole time. So can you find 9 gray rabbits? So we thought this one was a lot of fun. All right, so we made it to the library. We're trying a new one today because it looked a little bigger online. It was just about the same distance as the previous one we went to, but that one was really small. Didn't have a huge kids section. So here we are at this one, and let's go check it out. All right, so we got some new books for baby Bob.
Some? I think we got 14 books this time.
We got 4, but last time we had just about the same amount. So the only ones that we kept are the I Spy, because Jack and I are behind on doing the I Spy every night. But we at least kept our reading up for baby Bob, and my Excel wizard of a husband even started an Excel so that way we can track all the books we've read and the authors, and then mark the ones we like and don't like, just in case we ever want to buy them or recommend them to others.
Yeah, it's always nice to keep track of that kind of stuff because you never know when someone's going to be like, oh, I want a book recommendation. Then you can go straight to the spreadsheet and be like, oh, I recommend this book, this book, this book. So that's why I like to keep an Excel spreadsheet.
We are back home. I already have my jammies on. I wanted to get comfy even though I had comfy clothes on. So let me show you what books that I picked out. This time I did If You Give a Moose a Muffin, because I remember this one as a kid. They didn't have the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I looked for that one, but they didn't have it. But I did find this one, If You Give a Dog a Donut. I've never read this one, so I'm excited to read that one. And then since we have our whole banana theme with Bob, I just came across this book right behind these ones. So I was just like, Banana Dream? Okay, I'll take it. And then I remember reading Wacky Wednesday as a kid. And then I wish that I had Duck Feet as a kid. So I grabbed these 2 Dr. Seuss books. What books did you get?
Halloween books, of course. So I got Curious George, A Halloween Boo Fest. The Bernstein Bears, Halloween is Sweet. Erica was talking about the Bernstein Bears because she grew up with them. I remember reading a few of the Bernstein Bears book as a kid, but I don't remember this one. We also picked up the Bernstein Bears, the Thankful for a Family. So this one's exciting. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite Disney movies, so this one's Quiet Time with Bello. Then still in the Christmas mood, so I did ABCs of Kindness, Christmas, and then Little Owl's Bedtime. sticking with the Christmas theme, Christmas cookies, because I love cookies. One thing about me, love cookies. And then, once again, another Halloween book, but this one's a little funny because it's the Halloweener. So I thought this one was kind of cute, and like I grew up reading Captain Underpants, so I was like, well, better start the baby off early. And then one other fun fact is my favorite animal is actually a polar bear. So I'll Be Your Polar Bear I thought would be really cute to read to the baby. Okay, so we said yesterday that we were going to post a video regarding how we make our chicken chimichangas, like the recipe that Erica inherited from her dad. We actually have an old video of when we made them at a different house that we owned at the time. So we'll insert that clip here so that you can see how we go about making our chicken chimichangas.
Let's make some homemade salsa. So first, we use whole peel plum tomatoes. Jack and I just buy Kroger brand. You can get the bigger can, or you can do 2 small cans. So we usually do 2 small cans. Next, grab some Rotel. You can use original or mild. We usually go for mild, but the store didn't have it this time, so we're doing original. Next is cilantro. You can do it for your taste. I usually like to do 7 of them. I don't put the whole leaf in, I just pull the leaves off of the stem. But I usually use about 7 of them. Jack's not huge on cilantro, so if there's too much, he won't like it. Two more. All right. A whole clove of garlic. And then jalapeno to your tasting. We usually do about 4. If you want it spicier, use a whole jalapeno. If you don't want it spicy, don't use it at all. Sometimes the garlic can still give it a little kick. Then a splash of garlic salt. I kind of do the garlic, salt, pepper, and cumin to taste. So just try it out your first time. Don't overdo it. But I definitely don't use any tablespoons, so I'm not sure how to give you an exact measurement. Just taste it and you'll be able to tell if you like it or not. I'm gonna get a spoon for this. If I can get it open. There we go. I just did a half a tablespoon because I couldn't get it to come out of the shaker quickly. So I start there because once you get it blended and try it after it's been in the fridge, like mellowing together for about an hour, you can stir more in if there's not enough cumin taste for it. Okay, and that's all. And there you have some homemade salsa. Okay, so to start making your homemade chicken chimichangas, first you have to get the chicken cooked. So Jack and I use a big pot. I already have the chicken in there. You basically just need enough water to cover the chicken, and then you're gonna put either a half or a quarter of an onion. I usually do a quarter. Add a clove of garlic, and then 3 to 4 sprigs of cilantro. This will add flavor to your chicken while it's cooking. And then I usually cook it on medium to low because I like to do it low and slow so the chicken stays tender until it's cooked. So if you have a thermometer, set like a 15-20 minute timer and then start checking the temperature of it.
Also, we use chicken tenderloins. You can also use breast or dark meat, whatever you prefer. But Eric and I just like the texture and flavor of chicken tenderloins the most. So as the chicken's cooking, you go ahead and do the rest of the vegetables that you're going to mix together with the chicken once it's cooked. So whatever other half of the onion, like so we use about 1/4 of the onion, so we're going to use about the other 3/4 of the onion for the mixture together. You also need a green pepper and then also a serrano pepper. So these are super spicy, so if you don't really like spice, you can use half. We like spice, so we're going to use the whole thing. But we also take the seeds out, so that's one pro tip, that if you don't want spice, take the seeds out because that's actually the spicy part of the pepper. So now that we have started to cut some of the veggies up, we actually just transfer it straight into like a 6-inch deep skillet that you're going to cook all the veggies in first. Once you add in, or you're going to put all the veggies in here first, and then you'll add in the cooked chicken as well once all the mixture's put together. Once you get all your onion cut, I just kind of break it up as I'm putting it in the pan, just so then it's not big chunks of onion. Because as everyone knows, onions have layers, just like parfait has layers. For all you Shrek fans out there. So now that you have your serrano pepper chopped up here, minced, set it aside because we're going to saute the peppers and onions in some olive oil here in a little bit. Next, we're going to do about 1/4 of a cup of fresh cilantro. This is about 10 sprigs, as Erica mentioned before. I'm not the biggest fan of cilantro. I like it here and there, but it's not always my favorite. So I'm going to kind of mince this up and run my knife through it a few times. So now that we got the chicken all cooked and shredded over here, we're going to move on to sauteing some of the veggies. So we're going to sprinkle in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I kind of eyeball it, give or take a little bit, just so that they're kind of coated. And then you just turn it on medium heat here, and then let them saute until the onions are translucent. Okay, so we let these saute for about 6 to 7 minutes or so. So now it's time to add in all the ingredients. So we're going to put 2 cups of chicken broth. We use actually chicken bone broth. We like that the best. Oh, 1 cup, excuse me. And then add in the shredded chicken. Mix that to get together a little bit. We're going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. For flavor. And then finally going to add our serrano pepper and cilantro. Cilantro first, serrano second. And now it's time to mix it all up and let her cook. So now that we have it all mixed together in here, we're going to turn the heat down, let it simmer on low for 10-15 minutes. You can also go longer, but we like it around the 15-minute mark. So here we go. Turn it down to low. Set a 15-minute timer, and we're good to go. And in the meantime, we're going to get the rice cooking. So what we do is we get about 2 tablespoons of butter in a once again a 6-inch saucepan. Get that all melted, and then once that's melted, you're gonna add in 1 cup of rice to brown.
My turn to cook since I like this part. So once your rice has turned like a light golden brown, that's when you can start adding in your chicken broth. So this is 1 cup of rice, and we usually do 1 1/4 cup of chicken broth, and then you can use tomato sauce or your salsa that you made earlier. So then we'll use a cup of salsa. Then just mix it all together. And then you're gonna put a lid on it and let it simmer on low for 15-20 minutes until the rice is cooked. We like to serve our chicken chimichangas similar to the Mexican restaurants, and that's with a side of refried beans. Our favorite brand is the traditional Rosarita. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm gonna say it. So when the rice has about 10 minutes left, if you can time it all right, we like to start our refried beans because they just need to heat up. I always shake it out because I feel like there's less waste. And then I also add some water to make them thinner. And then to taste, I add a little red pepper flakes, garlic salt, pepper, and a little chili powder. We all know the best part of going and eating at a Mexican restaurant is the queso cheese. So of course we gotta have queso cheese with our meal. So Jack and I have tried a lot of brands. Our favorite is Gordo's Hot. It actually is not spicy or like mouth burning at all. It just has the best flavor profile. So definitely give it a try if you haven't had it. This one is definitely our go-to. Okay, so everything is done now. We got our chicken, our Mexican rice, refried beans. This is where we get a little controversial when it's actually chicken chimichangas because they're obviously deep fried at Mexican restaurants. We don't have a deep fryer. We ain't gonna do it on our stove. We have fried them in a pan before, but anymore we just get a little lazy, so we just microwave our tortilla and then we fill it. So I microwaved mine for about 20 seconds. If you like the chicken broth juice, definitely just use like a spoon. I don't like mine to get that watery, so we just use tongs. Fill your tortilla as much as you want. Then I just kind of fold it up. I try to get all the sides. So this is where, like, if you want to pan fry it or deep fry it, you could like toothpick it and get it in boiling, or like pan fry it both sides. But like I said, we're a little lazy, so that's as good as it gets for us.
I would say we're impatient because it looks so good.
Then get your rice. This is my favorite part, so I double up on the rice. Some refried beans. And now, everyone's favorite part, the cheese. I already heated it up. And then Jack and I just drown our food in cheese. You can also put salsa on top. You can put some lime juice on it, or like buy an actual lime and put like the lime juice from the wedge on it. And there you have it, your homemade chicken chimichangas. Has anyone had these ice cream Twix bars? They were buy one get one free at Publix, and I remember eating, I don't think I had the Twix, I think I had the Snickers at my brother's house, and this was like years ago, and I remember really liking it. And I'm not a big ice cream person, but usually if we get ice cream, like I always have Jack pick it out because I'm not really going to eat it anyway. And he loves ice cream. But these, we walked by them and we were in Publix, and I, for some reason, just had to have them. So I'm going to try the Twix. I like Twix better than Snickers anyway, so we'll let you know how it is, and I'm super excited. Unfortunately for Jack, this went out over an eggnog latte, but I still told him he could have a decaf coffee.
I'm a coffees guy through and through. No matter what time of day or night, I can drink a coffees.
We had our ice cream and he had his decaf. Oh, that Twix was so good. I highly recommend. Jack wasn't the biggest fan, but it could just be the baby, but I really liked it. So definitely try them if they're ever on sale, because I know they're pretty expensive. We were able to get them for buy one, get one free at our Publix, so that was nice. But thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you around like a donut.